Another karmic program that could be running for you, which is preventing you from fulfilling your soul mission, your life purpose, could be an experience or trauma. And it could be either from present life or from another life, a past life. Before I go into this topic, let me introduce myself. My name is Natasha Bailey. I'm a soul mission coach for spiritual professionals and entrepreneurs who are struggling to fulfill their soul mission despite having received lots of healing treatments. I help you to identify the deeper hidden blocks to your healing, help you to resolve those gaps so you can finally fulfill your life's purpose on this planet. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the karmic program of trauma or a negative experience. So usually a trauma or negative experience is very much dependent on how young you were when you had the experience, how much self-esteem you had in that moment, and how much support that you had from friends or family with handling the situation. And this can apply equally to this life or past lives. Now, things are more deeply embedded when we are children because we tend to be more emotional as children, and we tend to be more affected by emotions and our own emotions. So things are more deeply imprinted. So let me give some examples of some of the things that might be considered a traumatic experience. It could be an accident you've had, loss or death of someone close to you, abuse of any kind, mental, emotional, physical, or even sexual abuse. Now, with childhood abuse, particularly sexual abuse, that can be often buried very deep in the subconscious mind. So the person may not have any conscious memory of the experience. And this is the mind's way of protecting itself from reliving the pain or distress of the moment. But nevertheless, a lot of the behaviors that we adopt or the energy that we put out from not having resolved from the trauma is affecting our day-to-day lives and ability to fully show up for ourselves. I know people who were very overweight and had not realized that they'd been sexually abused as children, but gaining a lot of weight was a kind of like a protection mechanism, but was also starting to cause health problems. So you can see how this could be one of the ways that abuse, such as sexual abuse, can really begin to affect your life and affect your ability to be on your soul mission purpose. There can also be past life trauma. So, any experiences of past life suicide attempts, any traumatic experiences, for example, as a man that you may have experienced with women, might mean that you choose women who are not suitable in this life. And so you reinforce traumatic experiences that you've had in past lives with women in this life. There may be a trauma that leads you to have a fear of success, trauma from the death of a parent. It could also be a trauma by the parent failing to protect a child or protect child from abuse. And that can be registered by the child as a form of abandonment. But then there's also more indirect types of abuse, which don't really fall under the category of a specific experience or specific trauma, but are a multiple experiences of, for example, neglect, or lack of emotional attunement or presence from someone significant towards you. And so these micro kind of neglect by a parent over a long period of time can be just as damaging as those kind of one-off experiences. Usually, children who have had that sort of experience ongoing feel unwanted, unloved, defective, and tend to grow up quite closed off to their own emotions and to emotional connections with others. So you can see how all of these experiences, whether present life or past life, can have a real impact on how you show up in right now for your life purpose. So, what really gives an experience, traumatic experience, a lot of power is the amount of energy and intensity in the moment of the traumatic experience. So, as adults, hopefully, we have much better coping mechanisms, more and a more conscious, rational mind to be able to work through and make more sensible meanings out of situations from life. But of course, if we've experienced a lot of abuse in childhood, you may not have had the opportunity to develop a more rational, conscious mind that's able to work through problems, challenges in life. And so you may be more negatively predisposed to look at things and interpret things in a negative way. So again, these kinds of programs can be released off using karmic clearing programs. And if you are interested to find out, maybe what some of your own programs might be, I invite you to take the free energy healing session. There's a link below, how to get hold of that. Attached to that free healing session are a series of videos explaining all the different types of blocks you might experience from that are getting in the way of you being on your soul mission path. So I invite you to take that free energy healing session and enjoy that information. So I hope you enjoyed what I shared with you in this video. Please share, like, or subscribe to continue to receive more information. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care for now.